commiserations. Just talk us through that first 25 minutes.
Horrendous, Anna, horrendous. Yeah, we just we weren't even close to the football for the first 20 minutes, and every duel we lost. We weren't competitive. We weren't moving quickly, and definitely that is definitely not us. That's we've trained hard for all those things through the pre-season, and also made a great fist of it last week. And for the first 20-25 minutes tonight, that did not exist. And if you can't get up for a game like this, there's something definitely wrong. So we missed tackles, we were late to the ball. The duels, the one-on-one duels, were horrendous. And that's where they got their joy from.
Did you sense anything before the game, or did it just like?
No, we had a great week leading up to this, nice and calm, like normal, and to me they look up for it. So obviously the proof is always in the pudding when you go out into the pitch. But then you see the contrast of the first and the second half, and that was more like us. But Christ, do we need to cop 3 goals before we actually turn up? So we have a little bit of work to do in that regard. I don't want to see that again.
Patrick, that third goal, obviously, probably a moment he'd rather have back. Is it one where you just look at it as a young goalkeeper that's had a moment?
Yeah, Anna, we play a certain way. The goalkeepers need to be very good with their feet. That's our philosophy, and it doesn't surprise me, to be honest. I knew at some stage that it's going to happen. Unfortunately, it happened in one of the biggest games. So he needs to jump back on the horse and keep getting in there and just keep getting better, because that's what the demands are going to be.
You said obviously something must be wrong. You don't rock up to a game of this magnitude with the right attitude. Is that going to probably take up much of a week trying to analyse or find out what actually?
Well, I think they know.
Yeah.
So for whatever reason, there was nothing leading up to this game to say that we're going to do that in the first 20-25 minutes. You have to be competitive. You are 1% off your game. It doesn't matter who you play. And the league is going to be like that. It's going to be like that. It's going to be very even. Everyone's going to beat everyone, but you need to turn up. You don't need any talent for that. No talent. You just need to compete. Compete first, get that right, and generally your game follows.
And then on the flip side, you mentioned, I would say they finished the game a lot stronger than the opponents. Is that something you can, I guess, build it, use as a platform for the next match, I guess?
Well, if you want to try to find some sort of positive, it's certainly the way we came out in that second half and performed over the second half. But it's not enough.
Aurelio, what was you thinking with the midfield at the start? Ugarkovic, I think Atkinson, it seemed like was sort of your main guys there, and Schreiber looked like he gave you a bit in the second half. But what were you thinking at the start with how you set out your midfield?
Well, obviously Jimmy Jago's out through a suspension, so and Kai's played there quite a bit, and he's athletic, and that's not foreign to him. Maybe he played some games there last year at Brisbane Roar, but we've also trained with him in there, so it wasn't foreign to him. And Germain came in and obviously found it a little bit difficult, but he's still learning the way that we want to play. He had a reasonably tough night, but he's competitive at least, and he'll find his feet.
In the first half, it appeared that Yonatan Cohen, your Israeli forward, was facing some boos from the crowd. Did you hear that at all?
Well, we're going to seek the football, and that's my concern, is football.
How did you find his reaction second half? He was one of your better players.
Yeah, it was very good. Yep, it was very good, and he's dangerous. He set up the goal with a nice shot, and he's going to show those glimpses through the course of the season. and he's getting fitter because he obviously came in a little bit late. So we've been managing his game time. So in the next few weeks, with more match fitness and intensity, he'll get better.
You indicated yesterday you were going to go conservative with Matt Leckie. You've got that longer break before playing Western United. Do you feel like you'll have him right to go that extra week?
Yeah, he's going to be a week-to-week proposition. He trained most of the week last week. We're hoping to get him a full week again next week, and then he should be up for selection. So he trains, we see how he's pulled up, and generally this week has been very good, so I'd expect that to improve next week.
I just wanted to jump back to Mathew Leckie in midfield. You've got, obviously, he's made his name as a right back, and is that more just he kind of doing a job while Leckie's recovering, or are you going to see him for the season kind of stick in that kind of midfield role, or is it going to be both?
I think it will be a bit of both. At the moment, yes, we have a few numbers. Like Andreas, for example, he had a couple of little niggly injuries. He actually had an ankle injury, so he missed a couple of weeks. So he was a couple of weeks back. So obviously we're been missing him, and obviously Lex. So Nate's played there before. Okay, probably hasn't played there for a little while, but he did a great job for us there last week. So we decided to go with that again, and so yeah, he'll be midfield. He'll be right back, wherever we need him.
And just one more on Arian Soleimani came on after a long break with injury. Just want your thoughts on his, albeit it was only a minor role, but how do you think he went tonight? How can you think he'll go for the rest of the season?
Yeah, he only had a couple of minutes last week and a couple of minutes tonight. So he's just a good young kid, and yeah, he was out injured for a very, very long time. Still learning the game, still trying to develop his game and also develop himself physically. So a young kid on the rise.
Just back on the comment, is he the type of personality that stuff would affect him, or would he just like water the ducks back, top of that?
He's a hard nut, very hard nut. He's a great guy. They've got a great family. He's absolutely loving life here in Melbourne. He absolutely loves the club, and it's all part of whatever fans want to do. He can't control that. What he can control is his football, and he's a super professional, very quiet, unassuming, just gets things done. So we're rapt to have him.
Time for two more, guys.
Aurelio, on Mathew Leckie, young keeper in a big game, concedes 3 goals and the third one in the way he did. I guess it would be pretty easy for a young player to kind of shut down in that moment, but it appeared, at least in the second half, he did keep his head and still fulfilled his roles.
I think what you'll find with Beach is he's a pretty confident kid. Sometimes you can get overconfident, and he can do that sometimes. But he's, I think it's important. It's like a striker, if you get in front of goal and you miss one, all right, the big players, or the ones that are always on, they'll go back to the well a second time and a third time and a fourth time. And yes, he made a mistake. Yes, it cost us a goal, but he will learn from that, and I'd expect him to get back into the well. So nothing's going to change from our perspective or the way we want to do things, and he'll have to just get better.
Any niggles from tonight, or all clear?
I think some of them are still doing a little bit of running outside, but at this stage everyone looks fine.